Hello, this is Keisha Kirby, and today we're going to cover hair color, talking about your client consultation. You know it is very important to do a client consultation and an intake form, release forms, all the information you need to know about your clients. It is imperative that you know. Your release statement, used by salons and schools when providing a chemical service to inform the guest that there is a risk in having a chemical service because the client's hair is in questionable state. Use to explain the risk. You also use to protect the school and is not a legal binding contract. But at least you have some type of information and signature that let a client know. When you look at the client release form, it's very generic. It has the client's name that they say they understand. It has all the information that you need. It covers you as a hairstylist or you as a school. This follows you everywhere you go. And you also have a witness to sign it. So you have some form of backup. Now, let's talk about conducting an effective hair color consultation. When you book your client, you want to book them with at least 15 minutes with an additional time lined it up, maybe even 30 minutes sometimes, because there's a lot that they're wanting to share and tell you that will give you more insight on what type of hair color or style that they'll really be set for them. Have a client fill out the intake form. That intake form is an informational form. It is a questionnaire about everything you need to know about them. You conduct this in a proper lighting. You also want to have neutral walls or white walls if you can. Neutral walls or white walls if you can. You want to look at your client directly. You can even use mirrors, but you definitely want to be looking at them directly. You want to recommend two options. One that they want if it is feasible for them. And the other one is your recommendation that will be best, that will put them in a ballpark as to what they want. Not exactly that, because we're not twins. And you must be honest. Always be honest in your client consultations. Do not put money in the forefront of your mind. I need money to be on the back burner so that you can do and conduct a very good client consultation that'll keep your client for a lifetime because you're being very honest. You also want to ensure to gain their approval from the client. And the way you gain the approval is by being honest. You want to start the color hair service. You also want to educate regarding home care products and rebooking. When you educate them about their hair, you give them the knowledge that'll help them keep their hair healthy, maintaining the integrity of whatever you've done to their hair. That'll also make them rebook with you quicker. Plus, that's an upsell on resale for hair care products that they can use at home. Making sure you know what they're using. Next, you want to finish completing the client hair color service record card. That's so you know how you mixed everything, what color brand, what was your formula, what all you did, even down to your processing time. You want to have all of that there. As I stated, your hair color servicing card, as you can spend a minute to look at it, push pause if you need to be able to read over it, to see the generic form. So as you graduate from school, you'll be able to create your own form if the company or the place you work for do not have one, to ensure that you cover yourself. You'll formulate hair color. The five basic questions you must ask in order to formulate the hair color. What is the natural level, and does it include gray hair? What is the level and tone of the previous colored hair? What is the client's desired level and tone? Are contributing pigments and undertones to be revealed? What colors should be mixed to get the desired results? You have to ask all 5 of these questions and be clear and repeat back what they're saying to ensure you guys are on the same page. Because remember, what your eyes see, you have to look through their lens so you see what they're seeing. So I'm Keisha Kirby with Client Consultation. This is the conclusion. Before I sign out, I want you to remember this. In your client consultations, you must be honest. Very honest. Even if you have to find the proper words, because you do not want to do a whole entire color service and then the client comes back and says this is not what she wants. So, I am Keisha Kirby.